So you've seen this series literally everywhere. It has blown up your For You page. Your friends have read it. Maybe you got it for a Christmas gift and you don't really know if you should dive into it. So here's literally everything you need to know about the Court of Thorns and Roses series, also known as ACOTAR. I won't be giving away any spoilers, but a little bit about what each book is about, what you can expect, the reading order, literally everything you can think of I'll cover in this video. Drop all your questions and comments below about this series, and let's just dive right into it. For a lot of people, this is the first book that got them back into reading. And for myself, that is honestly very true. This was the first series that I read that made me fall in love with the romantasy genre as an adult. And I single-handedly blame this book and one of my best friends for forcing me to read this series. And I read it now probably 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Sorry, I had to go fix my lighting. So I read this book almost 3 years ago now. And like I said, this is a ride. A ride. I think it is a great book to dive into if you are new or wanting to get back into reading or wanting to even learn about the romantasy genre. I have read this series now 3 times, so I feel like I'm somewhat of an expert in there. Maybe not. But in this book, you follow 19-year-old Farah, and Farah basically takes care of her family. Her dad suffered a horrible injury, and she is responsible for taking care of her family, hunting, providing food, doing all those things. She does have 2 other sisters. She's out hunting, and she sees a wolf. And she's never really seen one before. She doesn't know if something else is going on, and she ends up shooting and killing the wolf. A couple hours later, a beast shows up at her door and basically takes her away. And so it's kind of like giving Beauty and the Beast retelling, but a little bit darker. I won't go into too many spoilers in here, but like I said, she gets taken to the Spring Court, and you are learning about the Spring Court, the world, the Fae, everything that she's kind of known about her life and about these creatures and these people is not as she expected. You also get some really fun trials in this book, and the ending, well, literally, the ending's just, it's so good. And as you will see with reading SJM books, you get to those last 100 pages and it's like, well, my plans are canceled. I'll be sitting here for the rest of the evening. And that's how it is with literally every single one of her books. Every single one. So I will say, if this is the first time reading romantasy, give it this book like 10 chapters. I feel like it starts off really fast and then it gets a little bit slower because there's things happening. But if you can get to the 10 chapters, I feel like you've made it and you will be instantly hooked. I'm talking hooked. You'll start with The Court of Thorns and Roses. After that, you will move to one of my all-time favorite books literally ever, A Court of Mist and Fury, and this is the next book you will read. And so these books are in order on how they were published. And like I said, this is one of my favorite books of all time. In this book, you get a lot more world building. A lot of secrets are happening. And I swear, Sarah J. Maas, the last 100 pages of this book will literally have your jaw on the floor. Yeah, I mean, it's seriously so good. I need to do another full reread of this one too. We need to read this one very soon. This is also my comfort read, the book where it's like nothing's really hitting him in a reading slump. I'm just gonna go read A Court of Mist and Fury again because for me it's literally that good. I laughed in this book. There's scenes that I have. There's some very spicy scenes happening, and I just love the character development in this story. Next, we have A Court of Rings and Ruin, and I also love this book. It's probably like it is my second favorite book in the entire series. In this book, you get more of a war vibe, political intrigue, court intrigue, things like that. In warning, this book will make you cry. So I'm letting you know that right now. You will 100% cry during reading this book. And that's okay, because the tears are worth it. The tears are worth it. This book is long, but you will fly through it. I remember when I was reading this book, I would wake up at 2 in the morning, oh, I can't sleep. But it was like my brain was telling me I just wanted to read. So I was literally giving up sleep to finish this book. I don't know. I don't make the rules. After you finish these 3, you can think of this as a completed trilogy. So all 3 of these books follow our main character, Freya. And I'm not going to say who the love interest is, but most people know. And then this is her story wrapped up with a little pretty bow on it, and then you can move on. So the next book you have here is A Court of Frost and Starlight, and this is just a little thin book. It is a short little holiday novella, you can think. There's not a lot of action that goes in here. It's just a more beautiful story. And it was kind of boring to me, but I understand it from the series as a whole, why it is important. So I'll leave it at that. I do love this one though. And the last book that you should be reading is A Court of Silver Flames. Now this is where the series takes a turn, and I feel a lot of people either love this book or have a hard time with this book. So the first 3 books are written in first person, and you're in Freya's mind. And then this book follows Cassian and Nesta. And Nesta is one of Freya's sisters. And then Cassian is another character that gets introduced throughout the series. And this is her story of like growth and development. And it's a good story. It was just a hard switch from reading it from being in Freya's head to going to third person. But I enjoyed it because I am a Cassian stan. But this book just has so much growth and personal development in it, and it's long. Oh boy, is it long. But you get a little bit of everything in here. Trials, competition, new characters are introduced, and the spice in this book is spicing. There's a lot happening, but that's what we have so far. So you've read now all of ACOTAR, and you're thinking, what do I read next? Oh, and the answer's simple. Just go ahead and go read Throne of Glass right now. Depending on when you're watching this video and if there's been another book released yet though, maybe go read Crescent City. I don't know, we can talk about that in the comments. Let me know where you are at with your reading journey, and I can give you a personalized recommendation on which series you should go into next, because I know that if you've made it through all 5 of these books, you are absolutely obsessed and you want more. So welcome to the SJM universe. There are several other books you can pick up. Throne of Glass, 8-book series, completed, epic, wonderful, masterpiece. And then we also have Crescent City, which is more of a modern, it's set in a modern world. They have cell phones and they go to nightclubs. And I loved switching it up and reading between the 2 different worlds. Yet they're all interconnected, and they're also not. And I don't want to say anything else because I don't want to give any away spoilers, but welcome. You are now part of the SJM world. We are happy to have you here. And thank you for watching. Drop any questions or comments you have below. And like I said, I'm happy to write any personalized recommendations that you may have. I have lots of videos and lots of information on books that are ACOTAR. So if you like this vibe, make sure you are following along. Thanks. Bye.